Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Here we are today at the Lutwyche Cemetery. This video is going to be a long one because this is a pretty big cemetery here. So we'll start down along here. Okay. So it is located at 418 Gympie Road, Kedron. Established in 1878, Lutwyche Cemetery. The cemetery is designed in a grid-like layout, which was popular in the Victorian era. It was evolved to include newer forms of burial, such as war and lawn cemeteries. We are on the main road here, so there's a lot of traffic around. The oldest part of the cemetery is in the first two sections back from Gympie Road, which I think is this road. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Gympie Road here. The first burial was of a 5-year-old boy in 1878. His grave can be found between the shelter and the main drive within the cemetery grounds. Is an early and intact shelter that was built in 1891, which is, I think, there's a gazebo just up there, which we'll have a look at a little bit later. It was built in 1891. It's also home to Sexton residence, a large timber house. The cemetery was an important burial section which contains 389 World War II graves. Lutwyche Cemetery was then known as the Kedron Brook Cemetery. It was renamed after Judge Lutwyche's death, who was a resident of the era. Lutwyche Cemetery in Kedron is the oldest one, and among the most historic cemeteries still operational. Bear with me as I turn over my info. Okay. In Brisbane's north, the site now covers 15 acres of burial ground for locals, war heroes, and VIPs. Okay. Following the public meeting in 1876, the local government assessed that there was a need to build a new cemetery in the northern suburbs to prevent overcrowding at the nearby suburbs. Cemetery Henry Craig offered to sell his land for substantial trees by the Gympie Road for $616. Alright, so there's other information, but as we get up to it, I'll talk about it more if we can find the graves too. So there are some really old ones in here. I mean, that looks pretty cool there. I can't make it out, so I'm really sorry about that. We'll keep going up. Some have been damaged. James Hamilton, oh wow. He died in his sleep from the age of 82 on the 12th of June 1937. Now, I'm not going to go up every aisle along here, but I'll go up most of it. And this is where I come to the end of this one. There is some famous people in here as well. I thought she might have been one, but it's Emily Whitebread. Interesting last name, but fair enough. So, go here. Have a look out on this side. This is one of the entrances that you can come in through from Gympie Road. There is no signs either, which is a bit shocking, but yeah, it's becoming normal around here. There's been a few cemeteries I've gone to without the signs out the front. And we got one here that looks pretty fancy. This is Mary and John. There's Maggie. Wow. This one's 1890. Wow. $1942 for Elizabeth. We got William and Mary. William died on the 7th of February 1887 at the age of 31. And Mary died 23rd of May 1937 at age of 81. Wow. And we have an ambulance going past. Really loud. There's a big grave here. This is George and W.T. Brick and Elizabeth. It's 1905, 1951, 1920, and 1926. Wow. We got Charles, Edward, and Florence, 1986, 1953, and 1958. There are a couple of Pacific ones I'm actually looking for. We got Mary and Aaron, 1919, I think it is, and 1921. Wow. Wow. We got William, Mary, and W.E. So 1912, 1930, and 1917. Oh wow, it's only a baby. But hard to make it out. Oh, Smith, 1914. Wow. Wow, this is a big grave here. And we got Robert Kemp, George Kemp, Mary, Joseph, and Elsa. So it's 1912, 1913, 1916, 1924. Oh, he's only a baby too. 1 year, 7 months. Wow. And 1938. And 1929. Wow. Okay, so we got some more down here. Well, there's a whole lot more. This is a pretty big cemetery, and to go around to every grave, it would take me all day. So that's why I'm not doing it all, because there's 4 other places I'm going to today. And it's awfully muddy here. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going down that far. So we'll come back up because you can see how muddy it is here. And yep. Yeah. Nothing worse than getting mud in your shoes. Okay, so we could go up that way. They're pretty much all the same ones there. There's no, not much difference. It's even muddy here. Okay, we got George, Selena, William, Evelyn, and Edith. 1947, 1973, and 1931. Another baby, 1912, and 1951. We got William and Mary Bowen, 1936 and 1937. Wow. Almost a year apart. Damn. There's an unmarked grave here. Can't really make out that one. We got Catherine, died in 1911. Wow. William and Mary Holland, 1887 and 1837. We got Elizabeth, 1942. Wow. Hey, we got Mary, John, Maggie, Jay, Douglas, and I think that's Maria. 1890, 1877, 1944, and 1953. Wow, there we go. Yeah, so we'll go up this way. This is the conditions and terms and entry into the park or into the So it even tells you not to walk on graves. So We have Mary and Thomas. Mary, 1887. Thomas, 1895. And Isabel, 1922. Wow. And this one's got no date on it. It's got John, Amy, and Johnny. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to see. Can't make out the dates properly. No, one's Elizabeth. I'm not sure dates are. Okay, we got James, he was 18 and he died in 1889. Helen, 1923. And David, 1939. George, 1908, I think that is. And we have a military one here. We got James and Mary, John, and another John, 1914, 1891, and 1913. Wow. It's Richard, Harriet, and Edith, and women. I'm guessing they were twins, maybe. But it doesn't say when they died. Richard died on September 8th, must be 1924. Yeah, because Harriet died in 1928. Well, so we got some more old ones up here. We've got Frederick, 1931, and Anne, 1942. Wow. If you want to see any of these photos that I take, I will be putting them up on Google Maps, as well as doing reviews about this cemetery. So you can follow me on Google Maps if you want. It'll show you where I go, because I normally put the photos up on there before I put the video on, so you'll get like a sneak peek into where I've been. Okay, so what do we got here? Florence, 1899. And her mother was really hard to see, 1935. Here we've got Charles, James, and Mary. Charles, 1905. James, 1928. And Mary, 1939. Elsa and Robert, 1936 and 1934. Wow. Sorry, I was just checking my notes there. Okay, Frederick died August 30th, 1984. He was aged 54. Sorry, Anne. Anne died, beloved wife of Frederick. 1924 for Elizabeth Melrose. Another unmarked grave there. A couple there. Not much over there. I'll keep going up. That's the gazebo over there, and it said that he was supposed to be the first person to be buried was near the gazebo. Unless there's another one around here, but I don't think there is. I've got a couple. I've got a raw iron one here. And we got. Oh wow. This one actually says person who accidentally drowned at Brisbane, January 20th of January 1912, age 23. And looks like his parents are buried here as well. We got 1891 for Anne and 1879. Wow. Oh, we got another one on the side. Yeah. And Thomas also. Wow. The whole family there. Nice. Got a couple of broken ones as well. It's a shame. Oh, yeah. I saw it in 1856 and I thought that's when he died, but no, it's 1925. He was born in 1856. Wow. Yeah, we got uh, Sarah, John, and Alfred. Alfred died at Rosemont in Windsor. Wow. In 1912. Um, Sarah, 1910. Yeah, wow. And there's more there, but yeah. Have a look up here, see if the little boy is here. Unless there's somewhere else around here. I'm not seeing it. There must be somewhere else that there's a gazebo. That's not it. Uh, I checked those two graves over there, and they weren't here either. So maybe there's another spot around here. But just in case we don't find it, the first burial was Walter Simcock, a 5-year-old, was the first person buried at Lutwyche Cemetery on the 4th of August 1878. He was the fourth child among 9 siblings and the son of Leonard and Ellen Sitcock. His gravesite was marked number 1 on the section 46 and could be found near the cemetery gazebo, which is, I thought that one, but maybe it's not. If we find it, it's Walter Simcock. And I didn't see it near the gazebo, so maybe there's another gazebo around here. It's still very muddy, so you'd have to be very careful when you come here. George, Elsa, 1909, and George, 1917, and Nicholas, 1936. This one looks like a big family one. Wow, this this one is massive. This is William Thomas. It's a broken angel head, angel statue. Wow, he died 1892. Yeah, this must be all his family. Wow, and goes halfway down on this lane. Go up to the wrought iron one. There's another military one. This is Allison, Robert, and Robert and Anne. Well, Allison died in 1907, age 19. Well, okay, come up here. So it looks like there's some old ones here. There's another military one here. There's a baby one there. Francis Ray, he's 7 years old. I can't, yeah, I can't go up that way. I will turn around, come back this way. Hmm. Okay, we got some more down here. This looks kind of interesting. As I dodge the mud. Ah, there we got Lucinda, 1951, Robina, 1913, and Henry, 1939. Wow. James, 1911, and his wife, 1956. There we are. I don't really see the name, but she died in 1913, and Henry, 1919, and Arthur, 1940. Oh, here we go. We got Phillips Hitchcock. I wonder if that's Anne. I wonder if that's his parents. Or if he's buried here. I'm surprised he's not buried with their son. Oh, we can't go up there. Hmm. I guess there wouldn't be much really left of the body of the 5-year-old by now. You can see how muddy it is around here. We'll go up this way. We got another lot. I don't think these are old or too old. They do have the raw iron around them. So maybe there is another gazebo around here, but that's the only one I found. And there's no, unless he's on this side. Not by the looks of it. That's the gazebo there. and there's no graves next to it. And this is along here. Not by the looks of it either. And the last name is a bit unusual, so it'd be easy to spot. Okay, interesting name. Walter Whitehead. He was born in Glasgow in 1887. He died in Brisbane, 14th of November 1951. Uh, and their daughter Norma was 3 months old. They named the daughter after the mother, and the mother died in 1963. Well, uh, they had another daughter. Oh no, sorry, Agnes. Sorry, she died in 1992. And maybe there's another gazebo around here. So this is another entrance point down here that you can come in, but I'm not sure what that street is. It is a bit windy today, so hopefully you won't pick up much of the noise in the background. Okay, so keep going up this way. We'll go down this one. Okay, let's see what's down here. Okay, so in case I don't find any of the other ones, I'll start talking about them, so we might come across them as we go around. So let's see. Okay, as we're going along down here, I'll pan around as I talk about the notable people. Right, some of the notable people buried here in the cemetery. Among those notable personalities buried at the cemetery include Charles Jenkins, a former mayor of Brisbane. He was born on the 28th of March 1865, and he died on the 3rd of July 1954. He was also credited with having finalised a decision to construct City Hall. So he was the one in charge of how City Hall was built, and he gave the final decision. So he was the one that was behind City Hall, what it is today. So, and there's also Lionel Litkin. He was a Supreme Court of Queensland judge. He was appointed as the first judge of the Supreme Court in the ACT on 25th of January 1934. and remained the sole judge of the court until November 1943, when he retired due to ill health. He was born on the 4th of January 1868, and he died on the 1st of June 1944. The other person was Patrick Short, a police commissioner. He was a police officer who served as a commissioner of Queensland Police Force from 1921 until he retired in 1925. He was the first Queensland-born police commissioner. He was born on the 14th of June 1859, and he died on the 14th of February 1941 at the age of 81. Okay, this next person here, he served his country really well and got treated like shit, which I guess was pretty typical back then, but yeah. This is a story of Billy Singh. He was a World War One sniper. He was also named William Edward Singh. But he took at least 150 kills, or confirmed during the campaign. May have been over 200 kills in total. However, contemporary evidence puts his total to close to 300 kills. Towards the end of the war, Billy married a Scottish woman, but their relationship didn't last long. Her name was Elizabeth Stewart. Following work in a sheep farming and gold mining, he died in poverty and obscurity in Brisbane during World War II. His nickname was the Assassin or the Murderer or Billy. The unit he was in was the 5th Light Horse Regiment. Billy died alone in the room of his boarding house in West End, which is pretty bad. The cause of his death was a heart attack brought on by an inflamed artery. His only significant possessions were a hut worth around £20 in a mining claim, and a mere 5 shillings were found in his room. There was no signs of his medal from World War One. His employee owed him around £6 in wages. He was born on the 2nd of March 1886, and he died on the 19th of May 1945. And I'm sort of surprised he wasn't buried up in there, but yeah. So that's another entrance that we can come in through. So the next one is Billy Williams, or aka Harry Taylor. He was also known as the he was a jackaroo, but he was a yodeler. He was born on the 5th of September 1918 in Sydney, and died on the 12th of December 1986 at the age of 68. He was a pioneer. He was pioneering Australian country western songwriter. Sorry. Buddy was the first Australian to record Australian country music in Australia. We got military up there, which I've got stuff about that. We'll get to it afterwards. Alright, so this next one is, I'm not sure how many people will remember this, but I'm hoping a few people will. So George Written was born on the 28th of June 1874. He died on the 14th of August 1942. He was a lieutenant in the Boer War in South Africa. He was sentenced to death for murder after shooting of 9 Boer War prisoners, but got it down to life imprisonment on the grounds that he was following orders from his colleagues. However, Lieutenant Peter Hancock and Harry Breaker Moran were both executed by firing squad on the 27th of February 1902. George had a heart attack while cranking his car engine and died in hospital. He was released from prison on the 11th of August 1904. So, if you've seen the movie Broken Moran, that's all about him and what happened. So if you want to know more about it, go find the movie, go and watch it. I haven't seen it, but I will be seeing it soon. We just got to try and find it. Okay, so the next one is another famous person. And again, I'm not sure how many people will remember this, but I'm hoping a few do. So, this one is John Andrew Stewart. He was a mass murderer. John, along with James Finch, were responsible for the Whiskey A Go Go nightclub fire in Brisbane on March 8, 1973, that killed 15 people. John and James were attempting to use standover methods to get Brisbane's nightclubs to pay more protection money. They used 2 drums of diesel to start the fire and blocked entrances to prevent patrons escaping the fire. John died from a heart attack, but he was only in prison for 2 years and he got a reprieve and got out. 2 years for killing 15 people. That's just 50 shades of wrong. I think that's all for the famous people, yep. Okay, the military, which is just over there. I guess, yeah, we'll talk about it since we're pretty close to it. We'll start here. Okay, so, war grave section. At the height of World War II, the war grave section was built at Lutwyche Cemetery to bury 389 soldiers, both unidentified and identified. The remains of 9 servicemen from World War I were also moved to this section, including 3 soldiers who were not Australian. The war grave section, identified by the Cross of Sacrifice, which is that one up there, is a landmark. It separates into 3 distinct areas. The right section, the older section, had grave site markers in bronze and stone with a flat plaque. The middle section is for those who died while on active service. So all those ones there, I guess, maybe, or maybe it's in there up further. In the left section is the newest edition, which is it's this section here. New addition to the cemetery and has more modern and seamless land grave markers. So there's some famous people in here, and not just for good. And I think the Whiskey A Go Go one is up in that section up there, I think. So we'll see if we can find that one. Maybe. It wasn't proven that he did it, but it wasn't proven that he didn't do it. And he did keep protesting his innocence, but they found too much evidence against him and his partner. His partner ended up getting deported back to England, where once he got deported back, he then confessed that he killed either him or this other one confessed to killing, I think it was his partner, confessed to killing one person out of them, and it was a reverend. So your guess is as good as mine if they did it or not. So there's too much evidence stating that they did it. So maybe. Put down in the comments if you think they were behind it or whether someone else was. These are relatively new, I guess. Good to see people are still looking after the graves. This is another entrance. Oh, so this is the newest section of the military area. It's pretty big. There's no head per head. So I'm not going to go across there. There's probably room in between, but yeah, nah. And there's it's like a park right next to the cemetery. Nice. This is on 15 acres vicinity, so it is pretty big. It is wheelchair, mostly wheelchair friendly, especially when you're going along the road here. But yeah, it's on the ground. You have to be careful. We'll go up here. So that's the north section of the military up to there. And then all those white markers up there are the ones that served. They killed in action. Have you been here before? Do you have relatives here? Let me know. I'm curious. Have you been here or now that you've watched the video, did you come here? Oh, go this way. There's a building here, but I think it's correct. Maybe the little boy's here. That's, yeah, that's just far. It's far. Could be there. I'm not sure. Oh, this is what the men? No? Yeah, I'm not sure. No, I don't think this is the building either. Yeah, this is not the building for it. I've really planned them in, haven't we? One thing I have noticed, there's no segregation in this either, which is good. So, that wasn't it. At least they kept most of the trees here as well, which is good. Oh, there's a thingy over there. See if I can get to it. Oh, these are all the ones that died in service. Now, and these, I guess, were the ones that did serve in the war but died after the war. Ah, Nice. Huh. This is really cool. Wow. They actually did a memorial up and gave him a proper thing. This is his grave here. Wow. I'm glad that they did something like this for him. And this is what this means here. I just gotta be careful where I step. Yeah, I'll just pause it for a minute. Okay. Should be able to read it. Hopefully it'll come up. Wow. I'm glad that they did something like this for him. Wow.